Really what I'm trying to do here is change the order of things. We're creating things that people put in their mouths. It's very intimate. I think that there's a growing awareness of what people are putting into their bodies. Once we control what we put into our mouths, we can start to control what we put into our brains. So when we refuse junk food, we can start to refuse junk culture. I think people are starting to say, hey, I'm going to take control of my life, and I'm taking control of my life by controlling what I put in my body. Open kitchens really inspire honesty and transparency in the restaurant business.
The new kitchen is amazing. To be part of designing it and working with Randy and Sabine and designing the functionality of it, every little component of the kitchen itself is just fantastic.
The plan for Studio City was that the old Studio City would become the night side, and the expansion of Studio City would become the day side, with the kitchen in the center as the sun being open and radiant. During a trip to the mountains, Randy and I were talking about when we would find these magical hidden hideout places. Those places we always found to be super lush, magical, sparkling and full of light. And this energy and that place we wanted to see and build and create for Studio City.
The coolest thing about this whole job was that Dan asked me to make this out of all reclaimed materials, and that we would never step in our foot into a big box store and buy anything. Pretty much everything that we did here was about 98% reclaimed, and the other 2% was recycled materials.
I was inspired by good friends of mine, Randy and Sabine, who are able to find everything that you need in a used fashion.
Well, the bars and the hostess stand are made out of an old semi-truck trailer. It's actually a moving trailer. It's a 1946 Fruhoff Aero van. A lot of people were like, oh my God, you're cutting up that beautiful trailer. It's like the old men who built it were probably turning in their graves. I don't know. I think instead they're probably like, oh my God, that semi-truck trailer we built, instead of being trashed, it's turned into 2 bars. So pretty happy about it.
With all these materials, they have all these like stories. With the Chandelier, the Rocky Mountain Seed Company, they printed their own seed packages. And I found typeset holders, and they tell stories. They have even still like little letters and sentences written in them. They were, for me, the perfect material to reflect this here. And it was the perfect fit. The light brights fitted perfectly into this typeset holders.
One principle that I've had with all of my businesses is start with the art. Be inspired by the art. Art is what reminds me that life is beautiful, and without support, it ceases to exist. I believe a healthy society supports its artists.
The organic and floral shaped patterns on the walls, they should describe a new language of the future, a future where walls literally and symbolically would be taken down between peoples and spaces, creating something entirely new.
I know that Dan has always believed that his restaurants are gathering places. It's kind of a philosophy of health and creativity all in one building.
We did a really spectacular job in terms of how things flow. So the utilitarian aspects and the artistic aspects were combined perfectly and successfully, so I couldn't be more happy with what we built. I think we killed it. I think we absolutely nailed it.